What is up, our Will Feel #1 fans and viewers? This is Scott Casey Gale. Will Feel #1 today. I am going to give you my recap and review of the Vice Principal series finale, Season 2, Episode 9, entitled The Union of the Wizard and the Warrior. I thought it was a really good finale, and I thought it ended on a really good note. It was a crazy episode, a lot of crazy shit in this episode, but very enjoyable. Okay, Season 2, Episode 9 seems like too soon to be the season finale of Vice Principals, but unless it is all good things must come to an end. Following a penultimate episode that saw Lee Russell resigning as principal as well, and Gabby taking over in the interim when winning back Snodgrass. All seemed right up North Jackson High, of course, this being Vice Principals, and there's still beginning an entire episode to go. Things were about to take a very dramatic turn. After being accused by Gabby of being his shooter, Russell has taken it upon himself to prove his innocence, not in some grand scheme to reclaim his school, but to reclaim his friendship. He first pays a visit to Belinda Brown at her new school, apologizing and admitting to the type of person he is. He then creates his own murder board to solve the crime, realizing that all signs point to Jen Abbott, which I, Scott Casey Gale, predicted. Meanwhile, Neo Gambia arrives at his scheduled home to find Abbott waiting for him, wearing a wedding dress and wanting to get married. Gambia refuses, and an uncannily calm Abbott accepts the refusal before heading inside to use the bathroom. This is when Russell arrives to warn his former BFF about the real identity of his shooter. Before any reconciliation can happen, Abbott reemerges from the house and shoots Russell in the head. That leads Gambia into the woods by gunpoint for a murder-suicide. We've seen Gambia booby-trap his land all season, so this is the moment all of his hard work could finally pay off. Unfortunately, the swinging log trap he swings misses Abbott, and when he tries to escape, he falls into his own pit. Abbott leaves Gambia there to die as she sets off to find and kill Snodgrass. Thankfully for Gambia and the viewers, Russell's head wound was merely a gaze. He arrives at the pit to help free Gambia, but only if he apologizes for not believing in the friendship. It's a moment that's systematically goofy but hilarious and sweet, and set amongst a potentially dark, murderous rampage. It's a tone that seems nearly impossible to pull off, but also one that Vice Principal's bread and butter since the very beginning. So now we have Abbott, but speeding towards North Jackson High. Gambia and Russell hot on the trail to complicate matters further. It happens to be graduation day. To commemorate the occasion, Russell bought a real-life tiger to be present for student photo ops. That means an auditorium full of kids, an insane murder, and a killer tiger are all under the same roof. What could possibly go wrong? Abbott releases the tiger, which quickly devours its abusive trainer before setting its sight on Gambia and the others. They manage to trap it in the cafeteria long enough to evacuate all the students, but eventually, with an assist from Abbott, it is back on the prowl. Russell takes it upon himself to confront the beast, feeling fully realized and invincible. The tiger wins this confrontation, immediately latching onto Russell and mauling at its prey. It then falls upon Neo Gambia to enter the tiger's den and save his best friend. He roars at the tiger, asserting his dominance as king of the school, which sends the beast into submission. Gambia and a bloodied Russell emerged from the school arm in arm, and with that, the insane year at North Jackson High had come to an end. 3 months later, we've had Amanda Snodgrass has published a book. Nash's principal of North Jackson, Russell is a manager at a retail store, and Gambia is the principal of a middle school. As Gambia and Snodgrass enjoy their lunch at a mall food court, he spots Russell eating lunch with his new retail's friends. The two lock eyes, acknowledging all the crazy shit they went through together. It was a crazy year, but they both came through the other side as different, better men. As the whole finale, Vice Principals took on a much crazier tone than the other episode. So the combination of a wedding dress, just clad Abbott, and a murderous tiger on the loose in the school, then threatened to send the episode into excess. But there was just enough sincerity to pull the whole thing off. The outcome is watching Gabby and Russell break bad, try to break good again, The harder it shows their friendship. The finale pulled off in both aspects in spades. Lee Russell doesn't return to Nerf Jackson to reclaim his title as principal. He comes to save his best friend or die trying. And Alpha Puppet plus Neo Gammies actually makes a great principal, reaching a point where his new middle school will be very lucky to have him. Sure, these men have truly despicable things for the exploit, but they suffer the consequences in the process. And I would give the series finale of Vice Principals 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up. I thought that Danny McBride and Walton Goggins worked really good as a comedy duo. I mean, Walton Goggins is my favorite actor. I mean, I thought Walton Goggins did an amazing job as Detective Shane Vendrell on all 7 seasons of The Shield. He was really great in that role. I loved him and adored him as Boyd Crowder on all 6 seasons of Justified. And I thought he was hilarious and weird and funny as Venus Van Dam in Sons of Anarchy. Like I said, Walton Goggins, he can do comedy, he can do drama, he can do anything. He can play he could do horror, he could play a good guy, he could play a bad guy, he could play a transvestite, like I said on Venus Van Dam. I mean, give Walton Goggins any role and he will take it. Because Walton Goggins knows how to act. I mean, Danny McBride knows how to act too, but I'm a huge Walton Goggins fan. I love Walton Goggins in anything. I mean, just the way he plays the roles is so well written. And I knew that Lee Russell was gonna survive when Jen Abbott shot him in the side of the head, because I knew it was gonna turn out to be a head case, because I could tell that the bullet didn't go all the way in his head. Because if it went through his head, then he definitely would have been dead. But no, it was only grazed his head. So yeah. But anyway, this is a really good episode. Like I said, I enjoyed every single thing about it. And it ended very well. So comment down below in the comment section. Tell me what you thought about the episode, and did you know that Abbott was gonna be Neo Gamby's shooter? Anyway, great episode. You know who to subscribe to. You stay classy, live long and prosper, and peace out.